Hi, welcome to Core Restore. My name is Kimberley and this class is all about directing energy through the central part of the body, the trunk of the body. We work with the muscles that wrap around and support the spine. So it's a really good class if you're doing any other types of heavy training. It will help to balance the internal muscles and strengthen the internal muscles. It can reduce injuries in the back as well. So it's a good one to do for your overall training. We will conclude the class with a little bit of restorative yoga as well, just to round it out nicely. So for that, you'll need some props. So you might be thinking, well, I don't have a yoga block or I don't have a yoga bolster, any of those things. Don't worry, I've come up with some ideas for you using items from your house that you can use as substitutes. So I'll begin. What you'll need for this practice is just a nice blanket, just folded like so, a face washer. You can choose a nice little fluffy one because we'll make an eye pillow out of this. And also if you've got a little Glad bag or a little pouch of rice, this will become our eye pillow. So what we do is essentially wrap it in the face washer and it becomes our eye pillow. So just set that aside with the blanket. And then for the bolster, you can choose a beach towel, a couple of beach towels, or what I've chosen here is a couple of bath mats, some really nice thick bath mats that I've rolled together and then wrapped around in a pillowcase. So tucking that in, then wrapping the pillowcase around, and voila, we have a nice little bolster, a make-do bolster. So everyone can have a bolster and an eye pillow and a blanket at home for this practice. So we'll begin by coming onto our bolsters or whatever you've created. You may prefer staying seated on your mat. We're coming to a nice long spine, so you can have your legs extended, one or two legs extended. Whatever makes your spine feel more comfortable and relaxed. So taking the hands, rest them gently on the thighs, reaching and lifting through the crown of the head and gently close down the eyes. We'll begin by coming to our breath, just gently breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So using this time to gently soften your body into the mat. Softening around the face, allowing the shoulders to gently melt away from the ears. Now perhaps you may begin to notice the muscles that you use to breathe. Through the diaphragm, feeling the ribs expand as you draw the breath down into the belly. And perhaps as you inhale, just lengthen the pace a little, just adding one or two more counts. And then as you exhale, again lengthening. Just finding your place on the mat. Let's take the left hand to the lower belly and the right hand to the heart space. As you breathe in, take the breath to the lower belly. Feel it expand forward and then feel the right hand expand forward as you breathe into the upper chest. As you exhale, exhale through the right hand and then the lower belly. And just continue this. Lower belly, breathing up into the collarbones. From the collarbones, out through the lower belly. This is full-bodied breathing. And it's also a great way to warm up those internal muscles that we use to support our spines. Breathing to the edge of the inhale and the exhale. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath. And then gently, slowly release the hands back to the thighs. Gently float the eyes open halfway. Just allow yourself some time to let the light in. Now, if you're on your bolster, you can remove the bolster at this time. As we work through some spinal flexions, take your awareness to your heart space, and as you inhale, gently lift forward. You can slightly lift your chin. As you exhale, take the heart space back, round through the back, and tuck the chin in. Inhale, lift the heart space. Exhale back. Just continue this. So we're beginning to move with breath now, moving the spine to the rhythm of our breath. And now take your awareness down to your navel. Feel the navel draw forward and then draw back. So we're beginning to rock through the pelvis, through the hips. Just a few more. You might like to add a little bit of rhythm here. All right, let's find a nice neutral spine. Gently taking the feet to the side, coming on up to all fours. Hands rest comfortably under the shoulders, knees roughly under the hips. Again, drawing the navel down towards the mat. We lift the chin and tailbone, working through some cat-cows. Exhale, navel draws up, tucking chin and tailbone, create space between the shoulder blades. And just continue this. Again, staying with the flow of your body and your breath. So we're beginning to feel the back line of the body activate a little more deeply. And we're using our core to gently rotate through the pelvis or rock through the pelvis. All right, let's do 2 more big breaths. And then let's find a nice neutral spine, spreading the body weight evenly through the hands and the shins. This time we take the right arm, we extend it long, reach through the fingers. Just holding here, drawing the thumb up, feeling into the length of the arm. Exhale, release. Other side, left arm extends long, reach through the fingers, draw the thumb up. Just notice what the navel's doing here. Gently draw that navel back in to support that lower back and release. Right leg this time extends long behind, press through the toes and feel a gentle squeeze through the glutes. Breath is easy. Exhale, release down. Other side, left leg extends long. Feel a gentle squeeze. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Let's be brave and try an arm and a leg at the same time. Right arm, left leg. Let's go. Inhale long and let the breath flow. All right, you have the option to come down at any time. You have the option to stay here, Or let's move, bending the elbow, knee, drawing in towards the center of the body. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, draw in. Inhale long. Exhale, draw in. Inhale long. Just continue this a few more times. Exploring the range in your body. You can slow it right down. Slow and steady sometimes wins that race. You may begin to feel the heat flowing in your body. Extend long. Let's all hold here. And release. Hand to mat, knee to mat. Just finding a little bit of gentle swaying through the hips here. Perhaps releasing out of the arms. Taking the weight off. Rotating through the wrists. And we reset. Beautiful. This time, left arm, right leg. Let's find length. Lift. Option to come down at any time. Option to stay. Or let's bend through the elbows, the knees. Draw in and out. Stay with the breath. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Stay with it. Just a few more. All right, let's inhale, open, lengthen, lift. And exhale, release the hands down, release the knees down. Let's take the knees wide, big toes touch. Draw the hips into the heels and release the body forward. You might like to pancake your hands and place the forehead on the hands, or hot potato the fists to forehead. Find your breath. Just paying attention to your body. How does it feel? Can you feel the heat? Can you notice your heart beating? All those wonderful indicators that remind you that you're alive, you're moving, you're breathing. Just a couple more breaths. Alrighty, let's gently take our gaze up towards the top of the mat. Press into the hands, bring the bodies forward. Knees come underneath the hips. Set the hands roughly under the shoulders once more. Now you have the option here of stepping the knees back. We're coming to a plank position. This is option one here. Keeping a nice long line of energy from knees to the crown of the head. Option two, we tuck the toes, we float the knees. Yeah, so from here we're going to rock and roll. It's going to be fun. So we bring the body weight forward and take it back. Now option, if you're on your knees here, we still bring the body forward and bend the hips back. Okay, be careful not to dip. We want to keep that nice long line of energy. So wherever you are, we have 20 rock and rolls. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. Releasing down to the knees. You can take your hips back once more. Coming into child's just for a few more breaths. We're going to do that again. So this time really connecting with the mat here, finding those points in the hands, knees or feet that are connected, balancing your body weight into those areas and keeping a nice long spine. Navel draws in to protect the back. Let's do it again. Hey, bring the body weight forward. Choose the option that's working for you today. Nice long line of energy. Ready? Inhale, navel in. Let's go. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bring the knees down, hips can go back. This time, if you bring your forehead towards the floor or to a block or blanket, you can take your arms beside the body, really open up through the back. Again. So just allow the upper back to feel open, supported. And coming home to breath once more. So we're not here for long, so make the most of it. Some nice replenishing breaths. All right, 2 more. And when you're ready, releasing the arms forward. Coming back into that plank position. Now, if you've chosen this option today, this next move will look like this. Knee forward, across, back, and away. And then we change sides. Knee forward, across, back, and away. If you are on your toes, it looks like this. Knee forward, across, back, and away. Change sides. All right, so when you're ready, you can join me. We have 5 each side, so feeling strong, you can come down at any time. When you're ready, let's go. Right leg. And back. Across. And back. Back. Stay with it. Almost there. 1 more each side. Press it back, knees to mat. Find your child's release. There's a big containment of heat in that one. Just let the breath flow. Opening the mouth to release if that feels good in your body. Beautiful. Just allowing the breath is such a simple thing. It's a nice way to help us recenter. When we resist the breath, we feel it in our throat. It becomes tight and restricted. When you're ready, press into the hands. Bring the hips all the way down to the mat. Let the knees slide away. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, spread out the fingers, draw the collarbones wide and lift through the crown of the head. The feet may part a little bit and that's okay. Again, staying with the breath. It's a nice little lengthener for the abdominal muscles. Just a few more breaths. So because we're working a small muscle group, we need to give it lots of reset, lots of time to recover so we can continue activating it without injuring it. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Just gently bring both hands underneath the shoulders, press back, take the feet to the side and bring the feet out in front. So from here, bending into the knees, the toes connect with the mat, and we gently lean back. You can use your hands to support you here by tucking them underneath the thighs. Relax the shoulders wide. So you'll feel that nice contraction here. The navel's drawn in just slightly. Now this is option to stay here or option 2 here, releasing the hands forward, coming up onto the toes. Just holding here. Option 3, we float one toe at a time. So you might feel that a little more deeply in through the navel. Staying lifted through the crown of the head, yeah? Beautiful. Option to continue this, or if it feels good, balancing on those sits bones, lifting both feet. Just holding here. Nothing more to do. Keep squeezing, lifting. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return the feet down to the mat. Gently take the hands behind the thighs and we roll down one vertebra at a time, being super careful with your spine. Relax the shoulders down into the back of the mat and draw the heels in towards the butt. So relaxing nice and wide here. Allow the lower back to flatten into the mat. Feels nice. Now again, you can use your blanket to tuck underneath your pelvis if that feels better for your lower back. Or you can use your hands as well. It's whatever rotates the hips back a little bit to help lengthen that lower back. From here, we'll gently lift up one foot at a time and angle the knees directly over the hips. We've got lots of people wanting to join us. So from here, we're working through some detox. Take your arms out wide and you can make fists as if you're anchoring into the mat. Knees come together, feet come together. Gently take the knees to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, midday being the center. So it's just a gentle movement left and right. And we want to make sure the knees don't creep up in front of the hips. We want to keep them directly above the hips to keep that deep activation. Again, relaxing through the jaw, the neck and the shoulders, and releasing the breath. It's nice and easy, but this is one of those moves that you can feel it more than you can see it. So if you're feeling this, well done. One more each side. Beautiful. Finding your center, releasing the feet back down. It might feel awesome to reach above and extend the legs long here. Finding the breath again, breathing into the belly, exhaling, softening the body. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, stretch the body long. Exhale, release the body, soften in. One more time. Beautiful. Let's return the feet to the mat, bending deeply into the knees, stepping the heels towards the butt and releasing the hands long beside the body. So reaching through the fingertips now, we're drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the chin into the chest and then visualize your shoulder blades lifting off the mat here. So we want to keep that focus at the shoulder blades rather than we must curl our neck to the point where we can touch our knees with our forehead. We just want that lift rather than the curl at this point. So as you inhale, we lift, float the shoulder blades off the mat. We hold here, chin is gently tucked, and we gently reach left and right for our ankles with our fingers. Now it does not matter if you do not touch your ankles. This is a beautiful little side body movement. Just keeping that nice contraction through the front line of the body. And find a nice little rhythm for your breath here. We're halfway. Keep lifting the shoulder blades, drawing the navel down. Almost there. Beautiful. Relax and release down. You can take your feet a little bit wider than the knees. Take the hands wide and bring both knees down towards the floor, left and right. Little windscreen wiper here always feels good. All right. Finding your center, we're rolling onto our bellies. So if that feels good, roll onto your side, press on up, bring the knees back under the hips and hands back underneath the shoulders. From here, we tuck the toes under. Inhale, take the hips high towards the ceiling. Take your gaze between the knees and press evenly through both hands. Keep the hips nice and lifted. If that means bending your knees a little bit, that's great, because it's more important to keep your hips nice and high, feeling that length through the body. If you'd like, you can explore length down the back of the legs by pressing one heel down at a time. So we're using our core to stay lifted here. Releasing the breath. All right, transitioning from downward facing dog into plank and back. So finding a little bit of a flow here. We begin by inhaling in our downward facing dog. And as we exhale, bend into the knees, bring the body forward. Option to bring the knees to the mat to begin. Then inhale, take the hips back and up. Press the heels down if that feels good. Repeat this. Option to bring the knees down. Pressing back. Just continue with your breath. If you feel comfortable, come straight into plank. Snake the spine up and roll and snake the spine down. Finding length and long lines of energy here. Give every muscle in your spine a chance to move. Almost there. Let's do one more. Finding downward facing dog. Beautiful. Just gently pedal out the feet just a little more here. And then gently return the knees back down to the mat, untuck the toes and come down onto your forearms. So again, making sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Again, you can lift the knees off the mat or keep them connected to the mat here. Whichever option you're at, we're rocking and rolling. 20 rocks and rolls, forwards and back. Let's keep a nice long spine here. Navel drawn in. Almost there. Two more. Beautiful. Release the knees down. Let's find child's pose, bringing the hands to the top of the mat, hips into the heels. You can take your knees wide here if that feels better for you. Finding that nice connection to mat. Let out a few deep breaths here. Shake all that tension out. Beautiful, then pressing back into the hands once more. Coming into tabletop, feet to the side. This time finding our butts, extending the legs long again once more. Rolling down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Staying connected to your body or releasing the arms forward. And when you find your way onto the mat, gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Give them a nice little squeeze. A little rock left and right always feels good. Deeply relax the shoulders. Beautiful. We've got one little set of work for the back of the body before we move on to our restorative part of this class. So bringing the heels once more towards the butt. Hands come beside the body, palms facing down, and we take the shoulders down away from the ears. Pressing into the feet, we gently lift the spine from the tailbone up, rolling up one vertebra at a time, feeling the weight disperse through the shoulders. Keep squeezing the butt gently, finding a nice little half bridge here. Now you have the option of coming down at any time. Otherwise, while we're squeezing up here, let's draw the knees just a little bit towards each other, feeling a nice little contraction there. Just holding here. Now our glutes are really good at stabilizing the hips. So holding in a nice little contraction here builds strength in the glutes. Using the next exhale, we gently roll down one vertebra at a time. Releasing the spine completely. And now adding on, we roll back up. Inhaling as we rise. Again, holding on here. This time we can interlace the hands underneath and tuck the shoulders behind our body. So we've got a nice little sense of support here. From here, we stabilize the hips, feel the squeeze through the glutes, and then begin marching. Lifting one knee up at a time. Now see if you can keep your hips super still. Feeling that squeeze, yeah? Slowing this one right down. If it feels better for you to release the arms wide, do that. Stabilizing, squeezing. Option to add on here by lifting through the toes. Keep lifting. Almost there. One more each side. And resist the urge to plonk down. We're going to roll down one vertebra at a time, super slow. Release the breath. Slow, slow, slow. The tailbone is the last thing to connect. Beautiful. When you're ready, extend the legs long. Take the arms way overhead. Feel the length through the abdominals as you inhale.
And exhale, releasing out. Beautiful. The hard work is done. So from here, I'm going to gently roll onto our sides, pressing up just to a seated position, enough to set ourselves up for our restorative element here. So grabbing onto your bolster, we're going to place it so it's positioned just underneath our shoulder blades, at the bottom of our shoulder blades. So we want to be able to elevate this front part of our chest. So to do that, we're very good at coming down. We can come down on one elbow at a time and just position that underneath the shoulder blades and allow the head to gently find the mat. Now again, you can choose the option. We'll grab out the rest of our props while we're here. The eye pillow and the blanket. You can place the blanket there. So it supports the head, and we have that beautiful opening through this area here. Now if it feels good for your lower back, you can extend your legs long. Release the arms to the side, palms facing up. Or you can also bring the hands to your body, any part of your body that feels comfortable for you. And using your beautiful eye pillow, gently place it on top of your eyes. And then just allow yourself to be present with just your breath. Just notice your heart beating. You may notice some heat in the body. You may notice some tingling in your skin. You may also notice your thoughts. And just using this time as your body softens, opens, to just be an observer. Your window shopping, you get to choose what you pick up, what you pay attention to. So allowing you to focus on the most important thing to you right now, whatever that is, or perhaps just coming back to the breath moving in and out of your body. Just breathe. Just noticing if you're holding any tension around the neck or the jaw, perhaps allowing the back teeth to gently part, allowing the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Just noticing if you're holding any tension around your kneecaps, just allowing the muscles in the legs to gently release. Just allowing your body to take shape, contouring to the bolster, to the mat. We have 3 more rounds of breath. So choosing this time to soften deeper into this form. Using the next breath, you can gently remove the eye pillow, just place it to the side. We will come back to it, just allowing the light to come in through the veil of the lashes. Bending into both legs and gently rolling onto the side. Now taking your time, moving slowly, and just coming up just enough to transition the bolster further down next to the hips. And from here we roll over on top. So you can bring your body around and place the bolster just underneath the hip bones here. Now if this causes any pain in your body, you can remove the bolster. From here, either stacking the palms of the hands on top of each other and placing the forehead on the hands, or draw that beautiful blanket in, placing the forehead on the blanket. Now here, we're not here for too long. We're just feeling that nice compression, that high pressure point, which is quite nice. It's like squeezing the juice out of an orange. Relaxing deeply. And just allow your whole body to fold over the bolster. You can adjust the height of the bolster as well. Just find that nice position for your body today. And using the next few breaths to soften in, and then scanning the body for any residual tension, any holding through the calf muscles, through the glutes. Just breathing. Just observe. And just using this time to be with yourself. Just checking in to that inner still point. And what does that part of you need today? If it needs anything at all. Just letting go a little bit more. We have 3 more rounds of breath, so the time is yours to deepen in. Once again, coming out of this gently by bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the back toes under and just lifting up enough to be able to slide, bending through the hips. Slide the bolster out from underneath you, gently laying back down, placing the hands back underneath the forehead and gently sway the hips left and right. And when the time feels right for you, we're gently rolling onto our backs. So again, lifting up just enough, bending into the knees, rolling the hips under, and coming on to your back. Now you have the option here of using your bolster once more as we prepare for Shavasana. So option is to hold on to the bolster across the front of your body. Option also to place the bolster underneath the knees. So you have a couple of options there, or perhaps you have a personal favorite that you'd like to go to and use for Shavasana. So as we prepare, we gently adjust the spine so it feels comfortable. Hands come beside the body or on the body. And we deeply relax, closing the eyes down and connecting once more with breath. This time inviting the sensation of lightness into our bodies. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. And just taking the time to scan the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Is there anywhere that you can let go, that you can release a little deeper? Allowing yourself to draw inwards to your inner teacher, your inner knowing, that place of trust, safety. And this is a place that whispers, there's no shouting. So we come to a place of stillness and of quiet, allowing all other observations to simply pass us by as we keep our focus with our breath and the stillness. Now you're invited to stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish, but I shall leave you here to just continue relaxing deeply into your body, staying with the breath for perhaps 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or the next half an hour. Thank you for joining me in this practice. With gratitude in my heart, from mine to yours, namaste.